Picture a city where black women aren't only purchasing mansions, they're constructing entire empires behind those front doors. Hidden tunnels beneath the ground, private bowling alleys, closets valued higher than an entire city block. Today, we're counting down the 10 richest black women in Atlanta and revealing exactly how they live. Stick around, because the further we go, the more jaw-dropping this list becomes. Number 10. Sierra Gates, the Monster Mansion. Sierra Gates built her name on love and hip-hop Atlanta, and the cameras only tell part of her story. She started as a teen mom who lost her housing and had close to nothing to her name. From that point, she built a multi-million-dollar beauty empire, complete with microblading academies, cosmetic lines, and a full glam squad operation. When the moment came to buy a home, she went enormous, calling it the Monster Mansion. She keeps the exact location private for security, though the scale of the place speaks for itself the moment you pull up. Towering columns frame the entrance, and a motor court sized for a fleet of luxury SUVs greets every visitor. Inside, high-gloss floors, crystal chandeliers in every room, and a permanently camera-ready kitchen turn the home into a working set. The property doubles as operational headquarters. Her living room converts into a boardroom. Her backyard hosts resort-style pool parties for reality crews eager to show up, and enough square footage exists to run live training seminars for her microblading academy without ever leaving the house. A woman who once owned nothing now surveys a kingdom she built brick by brick. That hunger sets the perfect tone. Our next entry owns an entire lifestyle that's carried Atlanta credibility for over 20 years. Number 9. Rashida Frost, the Boss Chick Estate. Rashida stands as a genuine institution across Atlanta's social and cultural landscape. Rapper, fashion mogul, restaurateur, and reality television mainstay, she and her husband Kirk have weathered 2 decades of shifting trends while building something that lasts. The Frost Estate sits near the upscale Camp Creek and Cascade Corridor, an area known for concentrating serious black wealth, with reports pointing to a compound spanning as much as 60 acres. Inside, soaring ceilings and oversized windows flood the great room with Georgia sunlight, and commercial-grade kitchen appliances support both family gatherings and business strategy sessions. Her closet functions as a personal archive of Atlanta hip-hop fashion history, organized by color, brand, and accessory type. The outdoor grounds add ATVs, dirt bikes, and country-scale energy minutes from the city core. Up next, a woman who bought a house and tore it apart entirely, by choice. Number 8. Marlo Hampton, the Hamptons. I may not have a peach, but I have the juice. That line captures Marlo Hampton completely. For years, she held the role of perpetual friend of the show on Real Housewives of Atlanta, leaving fans curious about where she actually lived. She answered by gutting a massive, dated estate and rebuilding it into a high-contrast black and white temple to high fashion, all documented publicly through hard hats and contractor disputes. The foyer alone, with its sweeping staircase, recreates the feeling of a Chanel boutique lobby. The true showstopper is her closet, named L'Archive, a climate-controlled museum holding millions in designer pieces, Fendi furs on racks, Birkin bags on shelves, Alexander McQueen shoes behind glass. A full glam room with shampoo bowls and salon chairs rounds out a home built as pure curation. Our next entry proves the most overlooked house on the block can become the most talked about property in the city. Number 7. Kenya Moore, Moore Manor. Kenya Moore, former Miss USA and a Real Housewives villain turned fan favorite, bought a distressed, haunted-looking teardown in Sandy Springs for a reported $515,000, then served as her own general contractor to rebuild it from the foundation up. It now stands as a modern glass masterpiece valued at over $2.5 million. Skipping the traditional Southern mansion playbook, Moore Manor runs on steel, concrete, and floor-to-ceiling glass. Inside, polished concrete floors meet white marble and sculptural accent pieces. German appliances and quartzite counters fill the kitchen, and a computerized toilet with a spa-grade shower system anchors the primary bathroom, a space she designed to twirl in. The rear opens almost entirely into glass, overlooking dense forest from a private hillside. Our next mansion spans 15,000 square feet of fortress energy, and it became an actual battleground. Number 6. Portia Williams, the Pampered Palace. Portia Williams has lived through one of the wildest arcs in Atlanta television history, from princess to activist to the woman holding steady inside a 15,000 square foot Mediterranean fortress through an intensely public divorce. Set inside a prestigious Sandy Springs golf community, the mansion delivers maximalism on a hotel complex budget, a terracotta roof, stucco walls, and a resort-style motor court out front. A 2-story great room with a Juliet balcony, oversized chandeliers, double kitchen islands, a cigar room, a full home theater, and a Vegas-style pool area all operate on an amplified scale. During her split from Simon Guobadia, Portia stayed put and filmed her reality comeback through those same halls, turning the mansion into a throne room and a statement that the property remained entirely hers. We've reached the halfway mark, and things are about to expand well beyond Atlanta's city limits. Our next entry belongs to a Bronx-born woman who built her family compound right here. Number 5. Cardi B, the Dominican Palace. Cardi B talks about the Bronx at every opportunity, and when the moment came to build a permanent generational family home, she and Offset chose Atlanta. In 2019, they purchased a 22,000 square foot estate in the Buckhead and Sandy Springs area for nearly $5.8 million, a footprint approaching the size of a small hotel. The European-inspired architecture leans into a French chateau style, complete with a symmetrical facade, massive columns, and a grand front staircase. The interior holds a genuine surprise, a dedicated indoor gun range built for the security demands that come with this level of fame. The kitchen delivers old-world craftsmanship through intricate wood cabinetry, a fireplace-style range hood, and marble surfaces generous enough to feed an army. The same kitchen where Cardi has filmed herself cracking crab legs on camera. The backyard functions as a private resort, complete with an infinity pool overlooking the treetops, outdoor fireplaces, terraces, manicured gardens, and a wine cellar built for celebration. This estate captures something Atlanta offers that few other cities can match. 22,000 square feet and a private gun range for what a moderately sized Beverly Hills apartment would cost. Number 4. Cynthia Bailey, Lake Bailey. Cynthia Bailey's home stands apart from everything else on this list through sheer stillness. Following her divorce from Peter Thomas, she purchased a lakefront property in Sandy Springs and named it Lake Bailey, earning those naming rights with her own money. While most Atlanta mansions sit landlocked behind fences and dense tree lines, this one opens directly onto water, with multi-level decks descending to a private dock. Enough to feed an army. The same kitchen where Cardi has filmed herself cracking crab legs on camera. The backyard functions as a private resort, complete with an infinity pool overlooking the treetops, outdoor fireplaces, terraces, manicured gardens, and a wine cellar built for celebration. This estate captures something Atlanta offers that few other cities can match: 22,000 square feet and a private gun range for what a moderately sized Beverly Hills apartment would cost. Number 4. Cynthia Bailey, Lake Bailey. Cynthia Bailey's home stands apart from everything else on this list through sheer stillness. Following her divorce from Peter Thomas, she purchased a lakefront property in Sandy Springs and named it Lake Bailey, earning those naming rights with her own money. While most Atlanta mansions sit landlocked behind fences and dense tree lines, this one opens directly onto water, with multi-level decks descending to a private dock. The interior carries a model chic sensibility. Clean lines, white furniture, high ceilings, and massive windows, framing the lake like a living painting, alongside striking photos of Cynthia herself throughout. A standout feature she calls the massage deck delivers a dedicated outdoor wellness space built purely for relaxation, and the private dock lets her launch a boat straight from the backyard and host parties on the water. In a city famous for grinding traffic, this kind of quiet waterfront property represents genuine sanity. Lake Bailey earns its spot through what it represents: a woman who walked away from a difficult chapter, bought herself a sanctuary with her own earnings, and built one of the most iconic real estate stories in the entire Housewives universe. Number 3. Shereé Whitfield, Chateau Shereé. Chateau Shereé has defined Atlanta mansion conversation for a full decade. Located in Sandy Springs, close to Kenya Moore's own property, Shereé Whitfield envisioned a massive limestone estate rivaling the great houses of Europe. Financial delays and on-camera contractor drama stretched the build across 5 years, with internet critics mocking her unfinished backyard the entire time. She completed it anyway. The finished estate spans 10,000 square feet of grandam energy, opening through custom iron doors into a foyer with 20-foot ceilings and chandeliers dripping from every surface, wrapped in heavy grays and silvers throughout. The white marble kitchen hosts her branded water line, She by Shereé, served with full ceremony. The true standout sits in the basement, where Shereé built a private nightclub complete with a spa, sauna, massage tables, a movie theater, and a dance floor rivaling a Vegas VIP section. The once mocked backyard eventually received a full landscaping overhaul, adding a pool and gardens that finally matched the house above. Chateau Shereé lands at number 3 for what it cost to build, financially and psychologically. She endured relentless mockery and built the palace regardless, entirely on her own terms. Number 2. Pinky Cole, the Vegan Empire. Pinky Cole took a different path to this list. Rather than starting on reality television or a music career, she built a food truck into a restaurant, then into a national empire, then bought the surrounding blocks. The founder of Slutty Vegan, married to Big Dave's Cheesesteaks owner Derek Hayes, has made real estate moves defined by strategy rather than display. Reports point to a major family compound, though the real story lives in her broader approach. Pinky and Derek have been acquiring commercial and residential property throughout their own neighborhoods, holding it rather than flipping it, ensuring that as Atlanta gentrifies at a rapid pace, the people who built the city can continue to afford living in it. Her home reflects that same brand of modern luxury, with a conscious edge, offering enough land to host community events and a library where she works on her business books, all wrapped in contemporary design mixed with African art. Pinky earns the number 2 spot as a preview of where black wealth in Atlanta is heading, deployed with intention rather than simple accumulation. Number 1. Kandi Burruss, the underground compound. Kandi Burruss reaches beyond housewife status entirely, a Grammy-winning songwriter behind some of the biggest pop records of the last 2 decades, a restaurateur, a Broadway producer, and a serial entrepreneur. Her compound in the Cascade area of Southwest Atlanta embodies that ambition in physical form. The main house includes a full indoor pool, an iconic red piano room, and a master bedroom set on a raised platform with a bed built like a throne. The restaurant-grade kitchen tracks for a woman who owns Old Lady Gang, one of Atlanta's most beloved dining spots, alongside a theater, a spa, and multiple expanding wings. The detail that keeps people talking. Kandi purchased the neighboring property and reportedly connected both homes through an underground tunnel, linking her house to a guest house entertainment complex featuring a bowling alley, a full recording studio, and a wellness center. The compound keeps growing, with new wings and amenities added regularly, giving Kandi everything she needs inside those gates: food, entertainment, work, wellness, family, and business. She earns the top spot because she built every piece of this from scratch through talent and relentless work, then poured it into a compound designed to outlast the hit records themselves. That wraps this countdown of how the richest black women in Atlanta live. Which lifestyle stood out to you, and which mansion had you rethinking your own plans? Drop it in the comments, share your take, and subscribe to Black Status for more content like this.